Hi, hello, welcome again to Learn Japanese with AGB Production, and for today's video, we are on our episode 1 titled Welcome. A lot of people were trying to learn or interested to learn the Japanese language. So, you need to ask yourself before starting, why do you want to learn the language? There are a lot of reasons. First, because Japan is one of the most visited countries all over the world every year. There are thousands, millions, or billions of tourists swarming around the beautiful places around Japan. You need to ask yourself why you really want to learn the Japanese language, because I can tell you that this language is not an easy journey. We need to learn about a lot of new things, challenge our minds, twist our tongues, and a lot more. So you need to have a solid foundation wherein if you were, you know, frustrated, you just need to go back to your reason of why do you want to learn the language. There are kind of many reasons. This is just a few: to travel, for career opportunities, work in Japan, uh, learn more about their culture, because Japanese is a melting pot of a lot of, culture, Asian cultures, and you just want to challenge yourself because, yeah, as you can see, and here, Japanese is kind of one of the hardest language to learn. You also want to, connect with other people, specifically Japanese people, find romantic relationship. Oh yes, entertainment. Japan has a lot of top tier animes. They produce a lot of good mangas, and business, as what I said earlier, Japan has a lot of opportunities to offer to everyone. You just, you know, need to find your own reason why you want to learn the language. So, this is the introduction. So, in the book, this is really titled Introduction, wherein we are gonna learn these things, and I hope at the end of this video we are able to discuss these things. So, welcome to Japanese from Zero. If you watch our episode 0, uh, we are using the Japanese from Zero book 1, which is written by George Trombley and his wife Yukari Takenaka, and the book aims to help its users, its aspiring learners, to speak, read, and write Japanese on a step by step or basic Japanese grammar. So, what are the Japanese characters? There's a lot. I can tell you, there are a lot of Japanese characters. So, there are three types of Japanese characters, namely hiragana, katakana, kanji, wherein these three are used in different ways. But you can find these three types of writing in a single sentence. Imagine, you can see hiragana, katakana, kanji in a single sentence. Like, how mind blowing is that? And mind wrecking as well. Here are the hiragana characters. There are 46 of them, wherein these characters are used to spell out native Japanese words. Their sounds, the Japanese native sounds. And this is the katakana, wherein they share the same layout because every hiragana has its katakana counterpart. For example, if you look at into the a in hiragana, you can also see a in katakana. Or if you look into ya in the y column, ya, and in the katakana you can also see ya. They also look similar. Katakana is used to spell foreign words or English or other languages words. So if you wanted to translate your name into Japanese characters, you need these characters because you need to learn this. So they share the same sounds. That's why the katakana has 46 characters also. We will dive into the next videos. I heard it's on katakana will be focused on book 2. Is kanji. From what I heard is there is 50 to 85,000 characters. Imagine. But from what I heard is that only 20,000 were used in daily conversations. There are three main types of Japanese characters, namely hiragana, katakana, kanji. Hiragana is used for Japanese native sounds and words, and katakana is used for foreign sounds, and they share the same. For every hiragana character, there is a katakana counterpart, and vice versa. For every katakana character, there is hiragana counterpart. Kanji used in sentences to explain a certain concept or word. This kanji is used to represent a certain concept or certain. Next, at the start of this book, it uses romaji. Romaji is, as you can see, the romaji is the a, I, U, E, O letters at the bottom of katakana and hiragana characters. That's why do not rely too much on romaji because it will slow your learning. Just learn the character and its sound instead. And here are the few lessons we will discuss in this video. Japanese characters does not have uppercase and lowercase because as a child we were taught that there is two different ways to learn to write the alphabet, the Roman alphabet. Like for example, there is two ways to write A. There is two ways to write R. This is the uppercase and lowercase. Wherein, lowercase. Wherein in Japanese, all the characters will look the same wherever you put it in the sentence. Because in the Roman alphabet, we have, and it's raining now, we have rules to where to use the uppercase or when to use the lowercase. But in Japanese, we do not have that. So in the in the Japanese characters, this hiragana character will always look like that. This katakana characters will always look like that, and the kanji characters will always look like that. There's no uppercase or lowercase. Then the question mark, this is the ka particle. In the Japanese language, they do not use this question mark. Instead, this is used, the character. This is the question particle from the punctuation mark, the period were different as well. In the Roman alphabet, let's just erase this. In the Roman alphabet, period is written like this. But in Japanese, their period is a hollow circle like this. Yeah, that's their period. That's the difference. Roman alphabet, just a single, but in Japanese, like how cute is that? Then there are the pre-lessons wherein we will learn about the pronunciation guide, the counting, the how to introduce yourself in the first meeting, and coming and going. We will discuss that in the next lesson. And here they are again, the authors of the Japanese from Zero book. And if you're using the book, yeah, the book states that you have to write in there, use the book. And here are our resources for today. You just have to screenshot that and copy paste, and you will be directed to a lot of learning resources. And this is learn Japanese with AGB production episode 1. See you again on our next video. Thank you. Bye.